Hey friends, here we are a few months later, as per usual with my vlog things. And I believe I'll have named this or titled this pregnancy vlog weeks 6 through 10. Yay! We're pregnant! Woo! My husband and I have been over the moon, ecstatic, over the past month and a half or so. We found out March 22nd that we were pregnant. And we were obviously not expecting it. We were both in shock when we saw the positive. I guess maybe I'll start there. Maybe I'll show you my belly first. We've had 2 scans so far. They've been great so far. So I'm already in maternity wear because this is, not my first baby. And my body is just like knows what to do here. So pretty large so far. There's one angle, here's the other angle, pretty large for 10 weeks. So I'm excited to see how big I'll get for this pregnancy, but the hair is wild today too. Sorry guys. I basically just brushed it and that's it. So yeah, we're pregnant, guys. It's amazing. We're still like, oh my God. So March 22nd comes along, and I was about like 3 days, or no, not 3 days, maybe just 2 days late of my period. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it's coming. I know it's coming. Like, I feel it coming. It feels like period cramps are coming. It's very similar to how I felt with my pregnancy with Luke, my firstborn. And I woke up that Sunday morning before everyone else, and actually it was, let me take it back. It was the middle of the night. I woke up around like 4 a.m. and I just had this feeling over myself, like, you're pregnant. And so I started talking to my soul baby, who I have a name for him already. And if you're just tuning in, you might want to watch my other vlogs just to get a little bit of background with that. But anyway, so I started talking and communicating and welcoming them in, saying, okay, I think you're here. I hope you're here, and I will check first thing in the morning. And that's what I did. I woke up. My eyes were barely open and took the pregnancy test. Again, like very blurry vision, just waking up, and I immediately saw the 2 lines, and it was a very strong second line there. And Luke had got up, and he had made himself to the living room to go watch TV or play or whatever. And he doesn't know, by the way. Luke does not know yet. My parents don't know yet. My brothers don't know yet. Sister-in-laws. There's a very select few that know right now. But anyway, so I just burst in to see Matt, and he was still sleeping. And I just put my hands on him, and I was like, babe. Woke him up, and he just looked at me like, what? And I just said, we're pregnant. He was like, what? Really? We're pregnant. Really? And it was just like that, back and forth. And we were both very emotional and so excited and happy. And yeah, that was, it was perfect that morning. And we've just been so excited ever since. So yeah, guys, so we are gonna be 11 weeks in, let's see, today is Monday. So in about like 2 to 3 days or so, we'll be 11 weeks. And we had our first scan at 5 weeks and 6 days. And that was amazing. So I just want to talk a little bit about like what happened before the scan. And then I kind of want to talk about all of the signs from universe and God that I got before the positive pregnancy. But specifically before this ultrasound, you know, it's very nerve-wracking, pregnancy after loss. And so, you know, we were both excited and scared. And where we were sitting in the waiting room for this scan, we are right directly across from a gift shop. So this was at our local hospital. And Matt looks over and he just kind of like nudges me. He's like, hey, look over there. And in the gift shop, there's this beautiful lit up rainbow. And we both just, you know, rainbows mean a lot to us. And so we both just smiled and looked at each other and we're like, okay, that's like just a sign like everything is going to be okay. So we get the scan and right away, the ultrasound tech was like, yeah, do you see that flickering? There's the heartbeat. And my husband and I just got emotional right away. We're like, oh my God, because we haven't seen a heartbeat yet up until this point, guys. You know, we had very early losses. Again, if you're just tuning in, like 2 weeks along, 3 weeks along, and then our longest was 5 weeks and 5 days. So that's why this first scan was nervous too. I was nervous because it was about the same time, you know, as our loss that we had 3 years ago. And but it was amazing because we saw the heartbeat, and a strong heartbeat, over 100 beats per minute. So yeah, that was beautiful. And all of the blood work that I had done prior to that too was very reassuring. You know, my HCG was like doubling. I feel like it actually almost tripled at one point. So, you know, I never had that with our last pregnancies. So that was like so reassuring and all that. So, yep, first one was 5 weeks, 6 days. And then our second one was just last week, and the baby was measuring 10 weeks and has grown so much. And the heartbeat is very strong still. And the baby has, grown so much. We were able to see the baby moving and dancing around in my belly. And that was just like amazing and surreal. And yeah, it's been amazing, guys, so far. We're so excited. And that seeing the first scan was amazing, reassuring, just because of the heartbeat. But then seeing the second scan and how much growth and how strong that heartbeat was and all of the movement that baby was doing, that was just like, I could breathe a little bit deeper. And for the most part, I'm surprised, but the anxiety hasn't been what I thought it was going to be. Like, I definitely thought it was going to be like this huge mind, you know, thing where I was just constantly worrying, constantly having anxiety all day, every day. And it's not that at all. So I am grateful for that. I've been leaning on my faith more and in prayer a lot more. So trusting that God is going to allow this baby to come earthside, and really believing in that, really trusting that. And I think that's what's helped with the anxiety. Obviously, like before every scan, you get a little anxious, with pregnancy after loss, just because that's a natural way of things. Um, but yeah, overall, I've been feeling really good, really happy, and you know, grateful for all the symptoms that I have. Again, this is mimicking Luke's pregnancy, where there's no morning sickness. The nausea comes if I haven't eaten and I'm hungry. I have that ravenous beast syndrome, or symptom rather, where you're hungry every single hour. Like you'll eat a full meal and then you'll want food just less than an hour later. So that was very much like Luke. And that is probably the biggest symptom. Obviously, sore breasts, fatigue. The fatigue, thankfully, is lifting as I'm entering the second trimester. I had a few random symptoms around, like, I would say weeks 7 through 8 that I never experienced with Luke. So I'm wondering if that's just being 40 and pregnant. Like arthritic pain, my knuckles, my feet, my elbows, like everything was hurting for about a day and a half. And I was like, what is going on? I had lower back pain. Again, it didn't last long, a few days. I had a lot of back pain in the third trimester with Luke, but this was new in the first trimester, having that for a short time. Standing up, again, this is around the same time, like week 7 through 8, standing on my feet and feeling like a tingling in my calf muscles, which is a normal symptom, but what the hell? I was like, what's going on? Why? But yeah, sensitive gag reflex, that's come back. That's been from the very start. So with Luke, the gag reflex was, mostly induced from like brushing my teeth. Now it's just at certain times of the day, it's very random, like in the morning, right when I wake up. And sometimes in the evening hours, it's like really strange. You'll just start gagging out of nowhere. So that's fun. But I'm grateful for all the discomfort, all the symptoms. Yeah, guys, we're here. We have made it. And it's just a whirlwind right now, of happiness and all the good stuff. So I feel like I'm going to probably make this into like 2 or 3 parts because I have a lot to say over the past few weeks, but I'll end this first part with we're pregnant and we made it, guys. Yeah, so I'll stop here and join me along for part 2.